So I'm about to work out, lift some weights, and I'm gonna watch a documentary while I do it. Cancer, the Emperor of All Maladies. And this is based on a book that I read last year, right? And what I learned from this book was that we have never and we still don't really understand what cancer is and how to treat it well. So I've been watching this documentary, and the first episode felt hopeful. They just kept talking about how we're on the edge of a cure, right? So let's see why they might be talking that way.
This program is made possible by Genentech, dedicated to make integrative treatment for over 25 years.
Oh, a Koch brother. Great. What you'll notice is that a lot of these people have financial interest in cancer not being cured, especially them. And a lot of these people raise a lot of money for research, more research, and more research, and more research, and cures, and chemicals, and immunotherapy, and genetic testing. But what we know is that cancer is highly dependent on lifestyle, exposure to carcinogens, and more than anything, it depends on what you eat and how much you exercise. So I'm gonna exercise and then eat some good food while I drink water. And shock.
There is no archetypal response to cancer. Patients have different responses. This man struggled.
I know that, like me, a lot of you guys aren't really into going to the gym, and you see that I have a pretty decent setup as far as like weights, but I want to be really clear that you guys don't necessarily need these kinds of things. Like, you don't need actual weights. You can do a lot of what I'm doing with like gallon jugs full of water, or sand, or cement, or whatever. And depending on what you fill it with, it will adjust how much those containers weigh. There's also a lot that you can do as far as body weight exercises with just different kinds of push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, body weight squats, or squats holding things that are just plain old heavy. Obviously, you don't want to hold something that's so awkward that it's going to affect your body mechanics, but I just want to be clear that there are a lot of options, so excuses aren't really welcome when you're talking about exercising at home. The hardest part is motivating yourself to actually do it, and I deal with that problem every day of my life. The key that I've found is to focus on long-term goals. And my long-term goal is specifically to just be healthy and have a functional, pain-free body as I get older. Maybe that's just an effect of me working in the field that I do, where I see people who no longer have pain-free, functional bodies, and I see how deeply that affects their lives. So my goal isn't to be able to lift a really heavy amount of weight. It's not to be able to prove to other people that I'm super strong. It's not even necessarily to prove to other people that vegans can build muscle on a plant-based diet. It's simply to have a functional, pain-free body. And as someone who hasn't always had a pain-free body or spine, I can tell you that regularly lifting weights that are on the heavier end of the spectrum as far as what was easy for me to lift when I first started, lifting those weights made the number one biggest difference in the amount of pain and stiffness I experience in my spine, especially my neck. I used to have to go in for chiropractic adjustments every week or every 2 weeks, and that was getting really expensive. But after I started lifting weights regularly and saw a significant development of the muscles around my spine and my neck, virtually all of that neck pain disappeared. And it's been about a year since my last chiropractic adjustment. I still have moments where I'm in pain, but I've learned a lot of self-treatment things that I can do at home to treat that. And the strength and integrity of the small muscles around my spine has been the defining factor in what made that difference for me. And the defining factor that led to the development and strength of those muscles was my weightlifting routine. And that was me lifting not very heavy weights. And I don't increase my weight very often, and I don't feel like it has to, because I'm within that range where I'm taking really good care of my body, my muscles, my bones are healthy, and I don't have to push myself further. When you start lifting weights, it doesn't have to turn into a constant striving of heavier and heavier weights. I think if my goals were something like, have biceps. I already have decent biceps, so what the hell would keep me going after that? Or, to get lean. Well, I'm already as lean as I want to be, so I could theoretically start slacking off a lot. But like I said, my main goal is long term. And if those were my goals, what's supposed to keep me motivated in those months and months or maybe years where I'm not going to be seeing those results? Simply because I was coming from a place where it wasn't realistic for me to get those results right away. Which is why I love these long-term goals of health and functionality, because they really do keep me motivated to continue consistently, not pushing myself super hard, taking days off when I need to, but consistently moving towards keeping my body healthy and functional and beautiful, or at least what I consider to be beautiful.
In medicine, as in all other phases of life, we cannot overcome a problem by denying its existence.
Were convincing proof of a link between smoking and cancer. But cigarette companies hid the evidence from the public behind a barrage of pseudoscience and misleading advertising.
The tobacco industry really develops this strategy of creating doubt. It's really quite brilliant because it's not so often that they would say smoking does not cause disease. They would say it's an open question. We need to keep an open mind.
So I'm using my Andalou Lift and Firm Hyaluronic DMAE cream. I like the smell, I like the feel, I like the firm. And I've been trying a little bit of jojoba oil on my hair, and it seems to be going well so far. I usually use a little bit of coconut oil on the ends, but the coconut oil can get a little bit gluggy. The jojoba is a lot lighter. Still has a bit of a funky smell. But you can add essential oils for that. I don't like shampoo. I hate shampoo, but I have to use it down here with all the salt water and everything. It just won't come out of my hair. I have recently discovered cleansing conditioners, so I'm trying it. I'll let you guys know how it goes. It still doesn't seem to get my hair clean enough, especially if I've gone swimming in the ocean. Kind of a pathetically small lunch today. I don't have much of an appetite at the moment. I think I'm still a little bit depressed. I'm planning on having a nice big dinner.
There's been a lot of injuries. I did document somebody who'd been shot by a rubber bullet in the head. His scalp was split and blood was pouring down. He still wanted to keep going, but medics basically brought him back. There's been people having sort of really terrible reactions to the tear gas. I've seen a few people topple over. I've seen a few people have seizures on the ground. And the medics here have been just working nonstop, trying to do the best they can to take care of all these folks.
So this is a live feed of more of the horrible shit that is being done to the people who are on the Standing Rock Reservation protesting this pipeline. The police are apparently getting really violent. Do not underestimate how important it is to watch what's happening right now. watch, comment, call your congressmen, your senators. We've got the National Guard, White House down here, North Dakota Governor and Sheriff's Office, Attorney General, Department of Justice. Call, comment, email, flood them with this. When you call your senators and whoever is your congressperson, they are legally obligated to listen to you. They are legally obligated to take your call, take a message, and put it on file. This is a very powerful way to have your opinion be heard.
Already got it.
I made dinner. I made sushis from my man friend over here. And then I'm having, I have some white rice in the middle, the brown rice and lentils that I cooked with turmeric and other spices the other night. And then I have veggies in the middle, some cut up nori right there. And then I made a kind of like a cabbage slaw to go on the side. Cabbage, carrots, tomatoes, red onion, cilantro. I think I put a little bit of parsley in there on accident. Some sesame seeds on the top there. And I mixed that in with just a couple of dollops of the Ginger People Sweet Chili Sauce. Low sodium. Good stuff. And then we're going to watch Can Alzheimer's Be Stopped? Pretty sure it's sponsored by the pharmaceutical industry, so I'm not sure how accurate it's gonna be, but hey. So nighttime skin cream.
Oh, hi, Snuggle Monster. Come in. It's like, I was only giving one snack. Snuggle up a kiss. Oh, what's your problem? Come on, Patoons. Patoons, come.
Hey, don't do it. Don't. Oh.